One shot, let's begin. Orega omae o ona ni suru. I will turn you into a girl by Tadano Natsu. Translated and uploaded by Tandoko Translation and Cuz Naruto. All right. We read, we react, and we relive of the time that we returned into a girl. So, with all that being said, let's begin, everybody. Zoom in, come on. There we go. Yeah, today I'm here to hang out with my childhood best friend from the countryside. I'm Kichi, age 18. Back in elementary school, me and him were always together. There's nothing about him that I don't know. At least, that's what I thought.
Look, Kiki, this figure is so erotic.
Yo, where'd you get that?
In my brother's room?
I haven't met him since moving to Tokyo. He's a totally different person now. I don't really know what to do. Like these manga plot twists with those you are a girl scenario. Like hell that will happen in real life.
Yo, Kiki.
My childhood friend has turned into such a beautiful girl that can make heads turn? You're a girl? I will turn you into a girl presented by Tadano Natsu.
Nope, still a boy.
Uh,
Sorry, right now, I'm a girl.
right now?
So, in short, I was afflicted with the cursed tendency of gender-based and other perceptions. I'm Hayato, age 17. Around 1 year ago, when I'm goofing around with my friends, I broke a shrine. That's why I was cursed. The whole village has given their all to try purifying it, but the curse's remnant still remains. Now, try to think of me as a boy. See?
What the fuck? It's Hayato!
Don't. What the fuck? With me?
So, you can't change it yourself, huh?
Poof. Nope. It's others' perceptions, not mine. Duh. Poof. Well, this is not the village, so there should be no problem. Nobody in their right mind would think of me as a girl, right? Ugh, except for Mr. Childish friend in front of me over here.
It's not like that. Are you dumb? Wait, so the curse changes not just your clothes, but your whole body?
Disgusting! But hey, don't fall in love with me just because I'm cute, okay?
But, no way in hell I would fall for a guy like you.
What the fuck is that weird stutter?
You're the real news weird here.
But,
But he's actually cute. That's undeniable. Is really that Hayato? A wise man once said, the thing meant to crave the most is a dude in a woman's body. The fuck am I even thinking?
hey, virgin, stop looking me with the creepy eyes. Hurry up and turn me back to a boy. What are you thinking about me right now?
Let's see.
I'm going to be marionless my whole life anyway. Might as well shoot my shot at this chance. That's what you're thinking, right?
Uh-huh.
I understand. If I'm in your shoes right now, I'd be like that too.
So, how's life?
Uh, I've turned into a neat.
What?
After that incident, everyone keeps giving weird looks. To be honest with you, it's been a long while since I went outside like this.
I see. He really had it rough, huh?
But hey, you're the one who invited me today, right, Kichi? I thought if it's Kichi, maybe I could force myself to go outside again. It should be fine if it's you. That's why I told you the whole truth. That's why I want you to keep treating me normally, like back then.
I understand. I won't let you down.
Oh, physical.
Oh, I let him down. Oh, tightly. Back, kitchen.
punching.
Stop!
Ah,
Get to this pact. The people are still going in.
squeeze. Hey, you.
Sorry, my brain just can't register you as a guy anymore. That's it.
18 years.
18 years, club activities, zero interaction with girls. Out of nowhere, a chance to get a best friend who was also a girl just appeared. Even I am also surprised at how much I don't want to let this chance slip away.
Just shut the up already. Wow, it's Haruko-chan bigger.
Oh wait, it's oh no, that's not a video.
Hello, it's Haruko-chan bigger. Is Tokyo actually a treasure island waiting to be explored?
I have calmed down a little bit.
Oh, Masahiro-chan's future was only 10,000 yen. But cast off too. It's an elementary student. It's very bad, huh?
After calming down, there's no way I could think that this person is a girl. Huh. But no bra, huh? Of course he is. This is the first time I touched a girl like that.
Why am I a girl now?
Shoot. Such a disgusting guy, eh? By the way,
By the way, I forgot to book a hotel. Can I stay over at your place for a night? What?
or what?
Okay, we're heading to this store next.
Wait, wait a goddamn moment. Staying at the same room with a guy whose gender will change based on my thoughts? Yeah, Hayato's a guy through and through, but
Well, you surprised me. Are you taking a bath too, Kichi? We're all boys, right? This is normal. Shut your mouth or don't look this way, okay?
uh, hey, we are both guys, right?
Oh, you say that, but why am I a girl right now?
What a shallow guy I am. Hayato believed in me. Well, that's why he is here. Also, it's fucking Hayato. Just stop thinking about it, please.
Is this your house? Living alone, so luxurious, so small. We may have to hug each other to sleep to fit in this place. Wow.
Hug? Stop complaining.
I'm so jealous. I want to live alone too. You could do lewd stuff as much as you want here, huh?
Lou? You haven't changed at all, huh? That's right. Hayato's still the him from back then. The one changing here is me. Ooh.
What? Kichi, this is the first time I'm taking a shower with this body. Turn me back.
What the hell is wrong with me today?
I'm still not turned into a guy here.
I'm really sorry. I I thought that if it's Hayato, that sleeping on the same futon is fine. But thump, I should stop somewhere else, eh?
Kichi, it's been a while since I'm having this much fun. Thank you. This curse, its purpose is probably to isolate me. But hey, Kichi, take a guess on why a cutie like me would casually stay over a guy's house like this.
Huh?
For me, if it's with Kichi, then it doesn't sound too bad. Yeah.
Huh? What the fuck are you talking about? What?
Just kidding.
Oh no, I don't think the audio was catching my laugh, so.
Ah, I love you, virgin. Ah, you fell for me. Yeah? Hey, gross. Lol. I'm a guy, you know.
You you do understand that I'm the one who decides your gender, right? Just kidding. It's a payback. Why are you so flustered? Gross.
But
Why are you trying to destroy the current relationship we have right now? No matter how much cuter you become, in my eyes, you are still Hayato.
crab.
Oh,
But
that was dangerous.
turn me back into a guy now.
What's the matter, Hayato-chan?
Fuck this fucking curse.
Youth. Tanako translation. Hey guys, first time translating something to English. If there's any problems, let me know. I plan to translate this to Vietnamese, but TS so peak, I had to spread it to the English gang too. Such Ichikomi, Natsu. Chapter one shot. Follow page fb.com dash tandokutl. Okay, immediately. This could easily be the next great rom-com. This could easily be um a 200 chapter manga or like a, I don't know, 12 episode anime that maybe gets renewed, maybe doesn't, right? So let's see, this is 2026. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is brand new. I wouldn't be surprised if this became an anime relatively soon, or at least became a manga and then became an anime that was later picked up. This this has a lot of possibilities. So I the first this premise is just super interesting, right? So nor you have like Ranma one half, right? Where it's like they like is it like head shoot? Is it they sneeze or is it like a bucket of cold water? I forget. That goes and transforms them into whatever the opposite gender is, right? Or the opposite sex. And so this one is significantly more interesting because since they don't have control, or Hayato doesn't have control um over his gender in this case here, or the perception of others, he's kind of at the mercy of who he knows or who he doesn't know. And in this case, this seems like it's a perfect setup for a rom-com that could just has so many comedy possibilities. It could even have action possibilities. It could have some interesting misadventures, right? So, and it's obvious that them two are into each other, right? Like, Keiichi is like saying these things, and he's like, "Hey, if it's with Hayato, maybe I could accept this." But it's also like when they're having dinner, he's like, um, "Hey, I was happy when you invited me out like this too." And where is that here? Um, Yeah, he says, it's been a long time since I've been on but a knee, but if it's with you, then maybe it's okay. You treated me. That's why I want you to keep treating me normally back then, right? And he wants to see some sense of normalcy, but he's kind of also living in this, as a girl where he's like, aha, I want to abuse my charms here, then make people uncomfortable, and this, that, and the other, right? So that's also like a super interesting dynamic. And it's like, okay, maybe they fall in love, maybe they don't, and maybe it'll be where Tadano goes and confesses his love, and it's like, hey, and then like Keiichi, or no, Keiichi, he's like, hey, uh, well, which one of me do you love? Do you love me as a girl, or do you love me as a guy? And he goes, I love all of you, right? And then da 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 da. I think it could be a perfect ending. And just the rom-com potential possibilities, just imagine, we'll go with a classic rom-com thing where it's like, hey, I need you to meet my parents. They're on me. I need them off my back. Just pretend you're my girlfriend. He's like, no, fuck no. I should be a girl around them. It's like, yeah, you don't have a choice, dude. Okay. They do that. But then they say something that goes and reminds him of Hayato being a dude. And then there's rom-com shenanigans to Chu as, oh, what happens to the girlfriend? Because he can't think of him as a girl. And it's like, oh, we have tons of rom-com possibilities then. And then it's also, what if we start introducing new characters where a love interest for this show would be super interesting, right? Because if it's a girl, and let's say, you know, uh, he's into her, then you could always have Hayato go and pretend to be, I guess, be a girl and then make friends with her and then, get some this, that, or the other. And it's like, since he's really into, uh, Keiichi, it could ensure some shenanigans or this, that, or the other, right? So there's a lot of that tension that's very easy to play off too, and adds an extra layer of whatever. Or you could even have him just go and be like, "Hey, I want to get close to this girl, so I'm gonna da 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 da, pretend to be a girl and find out everything you like. I'll be your best friend." And even then, that's like a million scenarios of like potential stories and comedy and this and the other. And of course, I think that if you really, really wanted to, and I think it should definitely touch on this, is you could touch on identity and being trans and dealing with that stuff here. And I'm not trans, but I think that this could be an interesting mechanism to make people more comfortable, or at least make it more universal, because you still have quite a large population that is still bigoted. And so they could be like, oh, wait, you're trans? Oh, like that orega omae o ona ni suro. Because it also adds an interesting layer to the conversation because right here, I'll split the curse that changes your gender based on others' perception. But inherently, your gender is based on the perception of others. Like, I know that trans people do, or at least some, and again, I apologize if I don't speak about this in like the most whatever way, don't like whatever, as I'm talking through this here. It's that a lot of trans people do try to pass, right, for the other gender. And then, that is something they try to do because their gender is based on other people's perceptions. But it's also just, some people would think you're a girl, some people would think you're a guy. Not necessarily if you're trans or not, but your gender is all people's perceptions, inevitably, right? Well, maybe not all, but like people interpret you as a gender due to their own perception, whether it's true or not, right? And so to have somebody who wants to identify as the gender they feel more comfortable with, but then ultimately they're still kind of at the mercy of this other person who's like, well, my perception is this. And it'd be really interesting to say, like, oh, so you really don't see me for who I am. You see me for this side or the other. It could really lead to some dense conversations throughout all of this too. And if they really wanted to go and make it uh more, what would the word be? Like if they wanted to take it a little bit more serious and have a real message, this could also be a thing. And one of the things I do like about this, and this is gonna sound really, really weird, but it has a lot of those Japanese tropes that I appreciate because sometimes people are like a little bit too careful, and then it's like, well, we got to put this on a pedestal and this that, and the other. But this one just straight up includes a lot of the Japanese tropes that are are a little uncomfortable to say the least here. Also, that the fox, I don't know if the fox has anything to do. The fox can like transform in Japanese culture, right? Anyways, but like a couple of things I could like immediately think of too are it this part here, like this is practical, this is common like rom-com stuff, like uh-oh, the two people are squished together on a train and this that and the other, and like okay great, and like hey I don't want to deal with this da 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 da. And even this thing too, like why does it have to have this thing with the like it's an elementary student, this sure is bad, huh? And the fact that he's like into it too is like, oh God, really? Like they had to include those type of tropes too within all this. So it's like just like a Japanese rom-com, but or whatever. And it's like it has those uncomfortable moments. And even this part too, where it's like, oh, okay, well we're getting into this scenario where it's a little bit uncomfortable about what could happen here potentially. And it's like, all right, well then. And it's also like this whole thing is just like classic rom-com where do they confess their feelings? Yeah, like Hayato's, maybe you could just have the meme they were like best friends, but he's like, oh, Kichi, I was a neat, but I came out for you. Oh, Kichi, as a girl, I don't know if I want to do stuff like that, but for you, I would. And then it's like, oh, okay. Then the but thump at the end, right? As like still all the blushing. It's like, okay, great. And then he's like, no, I don't want to destroy what we have now, and da 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 da. And he's playing with her, and it's just like classic. Okay, this is gonna take 526 chapters, right? That is gonna be a lot of chapters to deal with there. But it also seems like it's a classic rom-com, which I do appreciate because, okay, now let's try and normalize this within certain troops that we do have, or tropes we do have. And I like that. Now, I also think it could have some interesting conversations about gender in general if you really want to talk about it, because like these scenarios are a little scary, right? What happens if, like somebody tries to go and feel Hayato here? How are they gonna feel? And in a case like this too, it's like, oh my gosh, he is kind of at the mercy of this guy. And it is maybe a little uncomfortable, like the power dynamics there. And I understand that you do not understand that I'm the one who decides your gender, right? Like I understand that like, this could be read as like, oh, like it's a dark romance moment, it's a little hot, da 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 da. It could also just be read as really, really scary as well. It's like, oh shit, you're right. You determine who I am, right? And then it's like, oh, thank goodness, but it's still like a little scary for all that to happen. So this one could genuinely have like a longer message. It could be something that could talk about gender dynamics a little more in depth and from a rather unique perspective as well. We're also going to normalize trans people, even though trans people have been around for thousands of years, forever, right? It's literally a thing in most culture. It's just that I don't know, man. When you learn like about the history of the world and like how we've regressed in many aspects and progressed in other aspects, it's kind of whatever. So yeah, and also I didn't even compliment the art. The art is good. I like Hayato a lot just because Hayato's kind of just a shit poster. And I live for that. Like I love the shit posting. Like one of my favorite, like, see, look at these faces. They're so hilarious. They're so like, I'm such a shit poster. Playing with it and the charms is so cool. Where is that one here? Like this one, I love this image so much. Like, I don't know why. This is drawn so well here. I just love it. It's so hilarious. And just the like, hey, oh, you're a fucking virgin and da 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 da. And then the chat speak. I love this. This is so much fun. When it comes to all of this stuff. Now, what else is there here? Art is good. It does comedy well. It's vibrant. The story I feel like could expand because you could always do like I guess the QB, the fox. It does appear at the end that says youth, right? Maybe it's not a curse. Maybe it's meant to get him out of the village or something. I don't know. But there is a lot of potential. I think Kichi is recognizable enough with the like heavier glasses here and the colored hair. And this story really does offer a lot of potential for different genres. Like, if you did not want to go the rom-com route, you could also go the action route because this is kind of a superpower, right? Like, imagine you're a spy and you could just change your gender at will, and boom, boom, you change your appearance completely. So people are like, oh, what? And then you can sneak it to really anywhere, or, figure it out. Or like, oh no, he escaped, and then you turn into an alley, and it's just like somebody completely different. It's like, oh. Okay. So you could easily do things like that. And it's just the amount of things you could do with this premise of being instantly able to change your appearance, or have someone else change their appearance. Like Hayato could be a secret spy, and then Kichi could be like the earpiece. Okay, I think this, I think that. Da 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 da. There's a lot of possibilities for this storytelling, and this is one where I could see this going pretty decently far. Like for sure, if it is picked up and if there are more to it. Because, it just the premise is super interesting because I may have said this before, but you know, the fact of the matter is it's also just an experience because you are who you say who you are, and then you also have to deal with people who say who you are or who they think you are. Okay, this is such a confusing way to put it. You are who you say you are, your self comedy, your self perception. That is awesome. But we also have to grapple with the fact that other people have your identity in their mind and they kind of shift it. Or I don't know how do I put it? It's like the Alice in Wonder. It's Alice Looking Glass theory. People's how do I people's because Alice in Looking Glass is like there's several identities, and one is your perception of you, and then people's perceptions of you. And so ultimately, that will affect how they interact with you in like many, many instances here. And you could even see that he is acting differently as well, just by his own perception, and he could instantly control a lot of this. And it's a really interesting story, and it could ultimately turn out as deep as you want it to be or as silly as you want it to be. But I'm impressed by this one. This is pretty solid. So thank you all for watching. And with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.